Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Let's Play Underrail with no fair fight, and we have fought a gigantic mass of savages. But now we're back in camp, and we're defending the camp. Let's talk to the guys. Okay, we need to go to this Seeger guy. I think I know where he is. We're all friends with everyone, so that's fine. I cannot steal from most of these guys, because if I start stealing, they might have nothing to defend themselves. And, well, we don't want that to happen, right? And he's just got some technical goo-goos. But better than nothing. Okay. An alerting scent invites you inside. It's rich, pleasant, and strong enough to draw a hopper out of his crevice. It's like coffee, but smells indefinitely better, and the dark brown dust mixed with water consumed through the South Underrail. This is something from the north. And if the delightful aroma is any indication, tasting it has got to be quite an experience. You take a step forward to the man sitting at the desk, looking at the letters and numbers and symbols of various kinds scrolling across the screen. He hears and turns around, and his hand a tea flask of smoking black liquid. It is coffee after all. Do you need something? Are you Jeremy Seger? Professor Oldfield told me to see you. Yeah, the one. You got to be the new sec trooper, right? Welcome to Hell's Gut, man. The name's to be more and more appropriate the more time we spend here, am I right now? Well, anyway, what have you got for me? Is that coffee you're drinking? Yes. Why? Never seen coffee before? I have. He pauses, watching you while a pillar of smoke from the hot coffee periods between you and him. With commiseration in his eyes, he softly proceeds. You don't have any coffee beans here. Coffee beans? Whoa, I'm sorry. I knew things were bad here, but this bad? Exit. Exit! But you have like hydroponics, right? You're capable of growing certain plants here. Then why no real coffee? I don't get it. My home station has hydroponics, but I haven't seen many elsewhere. No man should live without good eggs and coffee. Now, I've got some more. He glances at the coffee maker on another table. You want one? I very much like some coffee. Okay. He goes to his coffee maker and presses a button. As the coffee pours into the tea flask, the air slowly becomes wonderful, saturated with a smell. After a few moments, you have in your hands a tea flask full of smoking hot coffee. Gaze at it in awe. Well, enjoy your coffee after all. Professor Orfield wants to know if you've compiled the recovered data for him. We're under attack, man. Now, I might be a kind of person who rarely lifts his ass from the chair, but I'm not that extreme to sit here and sift through stuff while people are dying, like around me. But yeah, I've got some of the important bits sorted. I sent it to him as soon as the network's spare. He glances at one of the monitors and raises his elbow. Eyebrows, of course. Oh, Marcus sold at the power. Extra. Sending it now. What is this about, really, the data? The professor mentioned some kind of breakthrough discovery. Yes, you gotta betcha. You see, ever since we got here, we've been trying to find a way to enter the building just across from my tent, the keep. The panel by the gate is totally unresponsive, and the walls are extremely thick and sturdy. Hell, the building did survive the Biocorp assault on the island after all. And you know, we just don't want to blow things up here unless we're really gotta. Now, the building's still got power, okay, as we're easily picking up on our instruments, but so far we haven't found any way to interface with that panel. Until I recovered this data. According to it, the panel is actually a scanner which authenticates a person based on a small active radio frequency identification, or RFID microchip that is most often implanted in the right hand. So if we find one of these microchips to learn to... Wait, Xing second, why am I telling you all this? Suggestion to proceed. Well, okay. We find a working chip we're in. All other NFT facilities should work the same way, so we're able to gain access to those as well, if we can get through the natives. Anyway, it seems every NFT citizen has an implant. These implants also contain some other personal data, but most of it is secondary important right now. So where do we find one of these chips? Now that's the... Ascending two-note sounds interrupt your conversation. Something flashes at the bottom of his right screen. Excuse me for a moment, it's the professor. He puts his coffee aside and his headset on, adjusts the microphone and clicks an icon flashing on his screen. A window pops up, its top right corner, bearing what appears to be the University of Dis logo, an outline frontal view of a grandiose building placed in a circle under which University of Dis is written in a serif font. Then the face of Professor Alfred appears, speaking words only Seeker can hear. Yes, sir. You did? Yes, he's here, I tell him. Oh, thank you, sir. I know. Well, I'm aware of that, sir. Ixel. I dropped the comm on once the attack started and broke it. Yes, I understand. Really? Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Yes. I'll tell him what you said. Goodbye. What did the professor said? You should see him now. Anyway, you stopped at now this is the... Actually, the professor will fill you in on the rest. Come on, man. This is getting ridiculous. You better see the professor. Okay, let's look at this coffee. Coffee. When consumed, it increases movement points by 5. That's good. Also reduces the cost of all psi abilities by 10% and also reduces psi regeneration by 3. That is interesting. That is a movement increasing substance. That's pretty awesome. Like, really, really cool. Yeah, we'll pick that up later. You're here, Kelron. Good. Seeger just sent me the files. And he told me to see you. Yes. I've asked you to come to my tent in order to explain to you what this whole expedition is about, and its purpose, as well as the details of your first mission. For after all, unless you have sufficient wider knowledge of the subject of our interest here, one cannot expect you to perform optimally, can he? I'm all ears. Excellent. Some 3 to 3.5 centuries ago, this whole area, this whole enormous cavern, was chosen as the location of a major NFT project. The abbreviation standing for New Frontier Technologies, a super corporation that can be said to have been comparable to Biocorp in power and influence. To Biocorp and the other 4 super corporations, to be exact. The other 4? Security Agency, Bionic Institute, Nucleus Corporation, Transcendix. Alongside Biocorp and NFT, they were the T6. The 6 super corporations of the predestined time, the old world as you prefer. NFT is the one we'll focus on. New Frontier Technologies is, or was, I should be more accurate, a super corporation primarily dedicated to discovering, exploring and populating new environments. Worlds mankind should only dream of making their homes. They develop technologies that will allow them to adapt to these environments, to the needs of mankind, but also in such a fashion as to preserve it as much as possible. In case of barren, desolated places, to breed new life into them and turn them into something greater. They were explorers, visionaries, futurists, and, as often follows, utopists. We do not or might not never know what happened, expanded following the descent in whatever they have met any success, but the one place they've settled in that we know is right here under the surface in this sea, where sadly their success no longer resides. What is this place called? It must have been a name by the NFT. We don't know, unfortunately. No records exist that would tell us that. The name we academics use is the Black Sea Project, but that is just how we designated it. We hope that it will change soon, though, after we have learned more about this place, and what happened here. You mentioned something about Biocorp military. Are they responsible for all of this? Yes. It has been known for years with great certainty that it was Biocorp Navy that demolished the NFT's facilities and killed, for all we know, the entire population. It was a holocaust. This very island was the first and last NFT had made before their demise. The exact reason for this brutal, merciless act are still under debate, but best substantiated and thus most popular hypothesis is that Biocorp has seen NFT as competition and thought to eliminate them. Some scholars say that they have been in conflict even before the descent, but then again there is strong evidence suggesting the exact opposite. He shrugs. What is fact, that is Biocorp one of the the one who initiated the attack on NFT after discovering their facilities here. That much we know from the Central Archive records. But more on this another time. Let us remain focused for what we could go on forever on this subject. He takes a sip of water from a plastic cup and then went at his desk when you came in. So far we established that NFT was, with their vision was, and the Black Sea was one of their locations, if not the only. They attempted to realize it. What follows is their demise at the hand of Biocorp military might, after which things become rather dark and unclear. Our mission here is to unearth history, to piece together the events that had left the NFT inhabiting this place and following the descent, to learn what happened during their reign and what their technological achievements were, and what they discovered. Not only, but also what happened in subsequent years, after they had case to be. Biocorp slowly abandoned the Black Sea after making sure their enemies would not rise again, but we don't know why. They never exploited any of the NFT achievements, or nor have expanded their area themselves. Why? This place has been shunned ever since, and there has to be a reason. There are many questions that await answers, and we hope the expedition will bring us just that, answers. Our ultimate mission, Calderon, is no matter what the recovery or escort job you might have been sent on, is to bring us history, technology, art, and you have seen the enthralling sculptures that still guard the long-dead creators. The lighthouse, proud and beautiful, guiding even those who they are not built to guide. They produced so much, and it would be a shame not to preserve such marvels. And their technology, born out of the supersteel, will tame the untamable. Their technology could illuminate this dark world for us like we've never imagined. He drinks some more water. Goodness me, despite even dangerous, right now I personally wouldn't be anywhere else here. Frankly, Professor, I can't wait to get started. You got me all hyped up. Oh yes, he does. Excellent. That kind of spirit is precisely what we need. Now, with that out of the way, let's proceed to our mission. Seeger recently has managed to recover data from one of the NPCs. He also shared with me the thing that you're just going to say. Oh, I see. How much did he manage to tell you before I video called him? He told me that the NFT personnel were implanted with his microchips and that they can be used to open the keep in the other facilities. He didn't tell me where to get one, though. Good. As far as we know, all personnel have implanted it in the right hand, between the root of the thumb and the index finger. But the problem is that all of the bodies we found on the island is either missing or damaged limbs as a consequence of the battle in which they fell. Those that had intact right arm microchips are sadly no longer in functional state. Finding bodies is a difficult task, well, it's over 30 years away, since it seems to be the largest battle occurred here, right on this island. Those who did not participate may remain locked in the facilities, most probably, and these facilities we cannot open, so basically the tin opener is inside the tin. Most, I must say, because there is one, the West Storage Depot. Hold on, Chief Bridge mentioned a whole recovery team going after this. Shouldn't we all be briefed? The Chief has been pity I'm not aware that if it's assembled a team yet. Regardless, everyone else has been briefed about the thing we just discussed. I told you my part. The rest is up to Chief Briggs. See him in his tent? I'm looking forward to data Seeker sent me. Yes, he did. Well, that's all for you now. Any further questions? Do we have further questions? What can you tell me about Seeger? Jeremy, good fellow, one of the fine students of the Faculty in Information Technologies and the head of the University IT Center. He's been an assistant of mine in the field a few years now, even though his appearance might not suggest it in the least. It looks cool to me. I'd gladly study at your university if everyone was strict like that. Yes, I'm sure. Goodness me, he wasn't like that. He looked normal by our standards. And it all began with the recent move to Hexagon. Hexagon? Hexagon is the second largest city on North Underrail, second only to this. But once you step into this, it's as if you stepped into another world. It's a tech hub, known for the tech heads, the tech criminals alike. But to me it looks more like tech slums, with all the stores, augmentation shops, cyber centers, tech armories and all crammed together in this confined vertical space. This is the Hexagon. And Sega naturally found this attractive. Indeed, there are some things you can only find in Hexagon that I as I understand. But the Covenants, this decent virtual mixed reality, whatever it is, case that spread among the Hexagonians as captivated, magnetized Jeremy as well. I was seriously considered taking someone else in this expedition, fearing that he show up with a visible ocular implants or some other kind of argumentation done by some shooty hexagon shop. You should have seen some of those people. Sager's appearance is just a mild case of exposure to hexagon depravity. Okay, I will ask about that later, because then we'll be asking all day. Let's talk to Chief Briggs. Salute. You finished your Professor Oldfield's task? Of course. Very good. Have you collected your gear? Yes. Very good. Your assignment is to find the working microchip so that you can pass the identification and authorization scan in order to enter the keep and other facilities, if the data Seeker's recovered is correct. But we have little reason to doubt that it is, at this point. You might have noticed that there is no one else with us. That's because you will be going alone. I have no issue with that. Very good. But I will give you a reason for just a moment. The West Storage Depot is where we're likely to find one of these microchips. It's the only facility that's currently accessible. However, during our original recon of the Black Sea, we have noticed several locations where an engagement between NFT and Biocorp forces have taken place. There could be bodies there with functional microchips. We'll need a more thorough search in the areas. These locations are close to native territory, so I dispatch only heavily armored recovery team to investigate those locations as soon as I'm done with you. Meanwhile, the West Storage Depot is located not far from here, and while free of danger, it's less likely to turn into a war zone. Therefore, we'll have several locations covered, which increases our chances of finding these microchips. If we're able to do that quickly before the natives are able to reconsolidate their forces and attack us again, we'll be able to withdraw with all our teams back in the camp for defense. Understood. It's currently home to a community of muties. We haven't tried making any contact with them so far. You'll be our first representative. Our jet ski patrols have approached the island a few times, and while the muties do not respond with hostility, it doesn't mean they won't to our presence, especially not after this attack. We don't know anything of their relations with the natives, but all our observations so far have shown that the area is free of natives. To summarize, you're going to sail west to B7, enter the NFT facility, and attempt to obtain a functional RFID microchip. If the muties are cooperative, try to extract any useful information from them. How you choose to accomplish your assignment is up to you. This concludes your briefings. Sec Trooper Jerkins is back from patrol and is waiting for you at the docks to give you the keys to your jet ski. You will need it to reach the island. I'm looking forward to ride one, sir. Very good. That would be all. Thank you, sir. I will get that microchip. Oh, yes, we do. But I think we should change weapons. I'm not happy with this weapon here. We are low on ammunition, right? Oh, well. If we switch that, good. Let's get ourselves one of those jet skis. I have an idea. Might not be a brilliant one, but that's enough. Oh, look at that! A scrapchi and a chunk chat. Oh boy. They've just got the scrap for us. I thought we could reel stuff. Sack Trooper Jenkins, can we steal anything from you? I could use one of those patrollers. Oh, what do we steal? What do we steal? I'll take the... Oh boy, they're both terrible. I'm Sec Trooper Jenkins. Leroy? No. Pleased to meet you. The chief sent me here to receive the keys of one of the jet skis. Have you ever ridden one before? Yes. Then I don't need to explain how to ride one. You'll be using one of the two makeshifts you acquired recently. Yours is the larger one. Don't let their appearance deceive you. They're mechanically in good condition. I thought I was getting one of the good ones. Far too vulnerable to giving to inexperienced personnel. For now, you will be using the one I show you. Can I have the keys now? You need energy cells to recharge your jet ski. See markers. Remember, it's best to use high-capacity fusion cells. For maintenance, repairs, and technical inquiry, talk to Ladleman. Good luck. Oh boy. So, let's look at this one. Durability 150. Weight... plus the total weight of the driver are currently mounting the vehicle. Okay, and this one here? Unmanned speed, maneuver speed. That doesn't give itself anything, right? Well, this is a little bit more durable. We're slow though because we're overloaded. Okay, what do we do? What do we do? What do we do? What do we do? First of all, let's drop half of those traps. Let's drop this gun. Let's drop the Tommy gun and the ammunition for the Tommy gun. Let's take the Heckler & Koch because it doesn't need that much ammunition. Find it more appropriate to use a weapon that doesn't need that much ammunition. That means we can also drop this ammunition and this ammunition. We're still overloaded. Are you kidding me? Okay, let's get these things on the road. We don't need the crawler poison traps. They are no. Let's drop these. Man, this being overloaded sucks. This is not heavy. The ammunition is relatively heavy. We don't need so many shots, right? Well, what we can do is... let's put some into the storage, right? How are we with weight? We're okay. Okay, that's what I wanted. Okay, there is one thing we can do, because as we know, I've already played the game a long time ago, but I still remember some things. And there is a person that can help us with all this jet skiing stuff. And that is Ladleman. I was told I can talk if I have any question about jet skis. Is there a way to me to get a better jet ski? A crappy jet ski feel like betting your coins on a challenger that uses his actual name. Never happened to me. Want something better? You should get out of Blackchi and visit Ray's shop. Yeah, we cannot do that. I need some help fighting on jet ski. Yeah, jet skis are wobbly. Fighting is tough. I might not dominate, but I've got an experience toning out freeloaders and other kinds of sea zoners to humbly say I'm pretty hardcore. You know, random pilot wannabes who think they're hardcore are just they got something vibrating under their crotch. So, can you give me a few tips? I can give you more than a tip. I could teach you some basic naval combat. 50 coins. Oh, yes. Yeah. To you and Marcus' surprise, he jumps on the table, his head brushing against the tent's roof up, standing fully upright. Now, Calderon, rock that table back and forth. Think like a wave. Yeah, whoosh, whoosh, and whoosh, rock the table. He shakes his head. Zone me out with a rusty pipe. I said wave, not way. Make me feel like I'm on a jet, back and forth, back and forth. Why not try this on a real jet? My lesson, my teaching methods. Yeah, now pay attention. Here you go. Now you're ready to do all that on a real jet. You step down from the table. Was I a good serpent? Got a leg. You're gonna die. Say nothing. Yeah. Oh boy, he's nuts. He is totally out of his mind. But, no kidding, we got a feat, which is naval combat. Increases effective stability by 15%, maneuvering by 10%, and reduces action points of dismounting by 10. Also increases your precision in mounting jet weapons. Yay! Well. Or should we go for the big... What is the... This is 1,800. This is 1,300. 28. No, we're okay. We're okay with our gun. And we're fast. Well, we're not totally fast, but we're fast enough. And we've got batteries for days, so we can upgrade our... Wait, why don't we have a machine gun something? He said B7, right? Where are we? We are at C6. So we're pretty close. Okay. Hooray! Crates. Crates sound good. No, nothing? Nothing? Oh, come on! Am I gonna die? Poor or what? Exiled Mutie guard. Yeah, you can still see the armor. The Mutie sneers at you right before taking a steady aim at your head. He spits aside and snarls his words as you sour. Moldy breath quickly concentrates the air between the two of you. What do you want? Speak or I'll turn you dead. Can you let me in? Who are you? There are lots of folks roaming around the sea nowadays. No, they're actually not. I'm the only one. I'm of Southgate Station. Southgater. I've heard of you folks. What do you want in Southgate? I have important things to discuss with whoever is in charge of this place. Wesley, he's our leader. If it's him you want to talk, but I still ain't sure to let you in. So we got a lot of folks hating us because of our condition. Wouldn't want to let you just anybody inside, you know. It's dangerous, you know, especially now. A gift? 3 morphine shots. I could use something to relieve the pain. They're this green tumors. They often age. They can't even burst. They make your life a living hell. McDudd does his best, but the morphine is real dog. Now 3 shots and you're in. I've got something better. Aegis. Aegis? Don't you ever know it that I have that? Well, let's give him that. Whose good things don't work. You're in trouble. Alright, go through the hall, down the stairs, then right into the big room. See you later. Wait, can I take that back? He's not that bad. These guys are actually quite capable. Oh, this is Aegis. Yeah, I steal it back because that's how I roll. Oh, they're poor. They're really poor. Calderon, this is Marcus. Can you hear me loud and clear? The technician with the waterproof comm, he's a pirate spy. He's been using that comm to leak information to pirates ever since we arrived here, which happens at the same time you arrived. Did you interrogate him? Yes. He's got really nervous and I called him in my tent and showed him the comm. After that it was just a matter of getting a few sec troopers and asking the right questions. You have no idea how big this is, Calderon. Who knows what could have happened if that guy remained undetected. Over. What's going to happen to him? We locked him up for now. We're going to try to get some information from him. Good work, Calderon. Chief figured this as well. You're getting a bonus for this. Take air. Okay. Yeah, that's not even worth stealing. You're so poor, you suck. Mutie stew. Oh, wait. You look like you have something, because you're using a sniper rifle. Well, everything helps, they say. Yeah, we've got 650 XP for finding a ventilation shaft. So, you're the guy in charge, Wesley, obviously. 380 experience. You're not the hardest. I'm Wesley Stranger, and his aged voice grins to a halt, turning into a coughing, then a choking. His weakly eyelids close, allowing a teardrop to leave one of his eyes as he hurriedly searches to his pockets. Odor of death fills the air, and then an unpleasant green substance begins dripping from the man's mouth. He finds it and pulls out a handkerchief with a history. Various shades of green and red have been mixed in too many times that the handkerchief is now mostly greyish-brown. He spits into it, whips his mouth against the cleanest edge, coughs a few more times, then proceeds. And I've been told you're coming. What do you want from us? I'm looking for dead bodies. The people who built this place implanted microchips that can be used to gain access to the rest of the facilities of the Black Sea. This is the one that is already accessible, so that's why I'm conducting my research here. Wheeze, and why do you want to open them? Because we want to discover their rich history. I see, your people are doing here. You're just grave robbers. The serpentines are swarming like flies because of your incursions. Most of the sea is theirs, you know. They have kept their distance from us since we came here because of our condition, we think. But we're uncertain. What if us helping you change that? What if they come for us? I wish to help. I don't wish to help you. It's all for too risky and too many more reasons. You threaten to disturb many things we know little about. What if I can bring meditation to your people? Wheeze, I will not be bribed by a handful of hypnos and pills, even if we're always in need of those. It's not worth it. How about this? I arrange for you to receive not only a large supply of medications, but also medical equipment that you would never able to acquire yourself. All you have to do is to search this place. Let me search this place. The Serpentines will never know I was here. They're far too busy fighting our troops to notice anything else. You know you're telling me the truth? Or is this just deceptive? Okay. Speak to Dr. Marinov. He will tell you what they need. Okay. Well, he looks sick as well. Yeah, we don't need that. A half-frozen face full of surprise and curiosity addresses you with a good half as his mouth simultaneously. A mild scent of staleness infiltrates your nose. We need to talk about certain medical supplies. Well, I'm Dr. Marinov, or Dr. M as everybody calls me. It's a pleasure. Shake his hand. His handshake is unexpectedly firm considering how frail his hand appears. He observes you for a moment, and one eye moves up down the center. The other follows the pattern, but with slight delay. We don't see a lot of unaffected coming to us. It's always good to be reminded how we used to look. What drove you to come here, I might ask. Important business. Are you looking for the ties? I'm looking for something. I'm hoping to find it here. You've been looking for misery, then you struck a gold mine, friend. But if not, then you don't know anything what we have could be of significance for you. What you see is what you get. Unless what? Nothing. You will to speak mostly about this. Something you're looking for. I will. I have a few more questions. Medical questions. I want to speak about certain medical supplies. Aegis Incorporated would like to donate some medical supplies to your community. Wesley sent me here in order to learn what kind of medications you need. Donate? Well. Where do I start? We need everything. Well, basic medical instruments, proper dressing equipment. Dressing equipment? What? Well, analgesics, painkillers, antiseptics. If you like, I could write it all down for you. Anything you could supply us with will be most appreciated. It will. We're fortunate enough to suffer low mortality rate for many illnesses, which is highly dangerous to be affected. But in turn we suffer every breath we take. Our needs are different, which may be a good thing. I will write everything down and I'll rank it by priority. Here. I know it's a lot. Whatever you can spare will help. Oh, okay. Let's see what we can do. Select the channel, Dr. Savage. Dr. Mute is here in medicine in exchange for letting me search the microchip list. Does he know? Yes, he told me. Silence. Alright, read me the list. That's quite a list. Short on time, you know. Do you realize that this is going out of our actual supplies, not Union resources, or I do not know what you have here in Southgate Underrail. This will affect us. More of them, less means less for us. Well, if you put it that way, there is no other option. I can't give them everything they need, that's just ridiculous. I check my inventory and see what I can do. I'll send someone over. Yay! Medical questions. Do you have any medication or medical equipment? All we have is what you donated to us, for which we're thankful. Medical questions. What can you tell me about this community? The pirates and natives won't bother you. What is there to say? We've been here ever since the junkyard incident, taking care of each other in our misfortune. We stay out of everyone's way and forage to hunt by the nearby pieces of land. As meager as it is, at least we can call it ours in a way. The natives, the Serpentines never, the pirates depends. We have had sporadic interactions with various crews in the past, but they always leave us alone in the end. The only unaffected we've ever good relations with is the ferryman. What is this by this place? We didn't exactly choose this place. Who chose it? There is a person who helped us. I'd rather avoid revealing his identity, but he found a group of us after the incident and helped us. We had acquired boats, but nowhere to go. He's brought another few artifacted a few times before that, so this place has really been set up to a degree. Why this place? It chose you? Oh, it's the same story, okay. What can you tell me about yourself? I'm a doctor of medicine. I've been for most of my life. I arrived to the junkyard a few months prior to the incident to treat people from a rare and quite dangerous fungal infection. It causes paralysis. I had an assistant, Lucille. Extraordinary girl. Yes, we've got separated during the incident and she didn't survive. What can you tell me about the ferryman? He's a scavenger, a large ferry with a crane that he uses to bring out various submerged items, sails over the Black Sea with apparent impunity, as neither the Serpentines nor the pirates would disturb him. I understand the pirates, how come the natives leave him alone? I don't know. He has an occasional visitor that trades with us things he scavenges, tools, item, materials, those kinds of things. He docks at the southern part of the island where Tris and a few others meet him and unload the goods. That's it. I've spoken to him a few occasions, only briefly. Wise and capable man. Not much, okay. I wanted to ask you for your life here. Or better yet, if you still struggle to live. Okay, nothing else. Let's talk to him again. You held your promise. Take this. This unlocks the way to the elevator. There are no bodies there. Go to the ground level above us, or this one. Below us, there could be. We haven't been down there since we first arrived on the Black Sea, and I don't even remember. That was down there, but it gave us a reason to stay away. Gave you the free key and free passage. The rest is up to you. Are you the oldest one? Yes. Where did you come from? Junkyard. It still exists, surprisingly. Even after 100 years since we've left it, and to this day the affected ones still live there. How do you know all of this? So make it to us. Affected after all. All over Underrail. This place is the safest for them currently. A few unaffected come here, But that seems to have changed. How they defend us, their ways. There is help they could seek. A mutagen did make us less resourceful, only less human. How did you get here? Boats, we took them. No one will give or sell them to us. It was a large migration, so we had enough manpower to seize what we needed. I'd rather not talk about the migration. The details are blurry, the emotions are still strong. Please, don't ask me further about our history. If you've always been the leader, you could say that. I was the oldest. But according to everyone else, or most, I was the wisest. What's life here? Do not ask me questions like that. You saw it perfectly. How do you all get to live this long? It's a question for Dr. M. Ask him. Can you tell me about the Serpentines and why do you call them like that? The tribal people that have inhabited the Black Sea long before we came. They worship the Serpentine, make themselves appear in their image through body modifications and rituals. They're Serpentine, or feels like a serpent, that's why we call them Serpentines. Okay, well, at least we know something now. Let's see if we can get more stuff. Everything else here is locked. Yeah, we're not stealing eel sandwiches. We have some dignity left. Not a lot, but some. They have docks, so we cannot be, you know, sneaking around and taking... but getting in there seems interesting. Maybe we start a firefight in the end and just get what we want. Is that a he or a she? And why am I stealing stuff from people? Well, who knows? Medical questions. Yeah, I cannot ask him why they are this old. Which is sad, because that would be really interesting. How they're capable of getting that old. Why am I stealing arrows? Nobody knows. Are you helping us? Well, good question. Hooray! Administration. Nothing. Oh, lockpicking. No problemo. We've got this. Oh, we have to power that thing up, right? Why do I have 80 super energy thingies here? That's a tremendous weight. Oh, look at that. They're fish. Look at the love to detail. Oh, that's worth something. I mean, we already know it, but... maybe it would be clever to go in stealth. Just in case. And the crabs, okay. I have no problem with that. Some repair stuff, that's always welcome. The main problem is... these are normal crabs, right? Lockpicking, no problemo. We can do that. But I think the recording is already quite long. So... but the problem is I should not, you know, just shoot one of them. That would be unwise. I think this would make more sense. Oh, we have standard rounds. That's a bad idea. Standard rounds are a really bad idea. Because that is not how this will go down. These are obviously well-armored enemies. Okay, let's get this show on the road. I'm an idiot. I didn't activate my super shoot ability, did I? Oh crap, you have to be kidding me. Now I cannot shoot this guy, right? 50 action points. 35, I get 20 on top. That should be enough. No, it was not. I'm an idiot. I'm a real idiot. That was so stupid it hurts. Okay, how about this? Well, we're doing damage. We're not killing them, however. Obviously. Well, that did hurt. Okay, so our weapon does damage even though they're heavily armored, obviously. You know what? I'll run back because, and I deactivate the shield, because that costs energy. The question is he alone? You're kidding. Yeah, maybe I should shoot you with just normal. Thank you. Okay, so I'll stop it here, and we'll see each other next time. Bye.